Hey YouTube, Dustin Rider here with my review of the Gold Ninja Battle Morpher from Power Rangers Ninja Steel. A bit late on this review, but it took me actually quite a while to find this thing. Ninja Steel stuff in general has been kind of hard to find, not like in a, you know, it's super popular, not a stock way, just they haven't been selling so well, so my stores haven't been stocking new stuff. So anyway, so yeah, for the Gold Ranger Morpher, we basically decided to repaint / slightly remold, with remold in quotation marks, because they basically just added things onto it. The regular Ninja Battle Morpher, which was, you know, a just sidearm weapon in Ninja. So let's go ahead and, like, right off the bat, we'll take a look at next to the Japanese version, because in an interesting twist, it's actually, like, verbatim, like, it's the same thing. Like, I can't even believe how close they got it. Like, it's uncanny. They look identical. No, but like, yeah, for Japan, it was a burger morpher, and they did incorporate this into Ninja Steel, if you haven't seen that yet. They basically just made it as Levi's phone because they don't want to have to, like, get rid of the footage in which Star Ninja's using his burger, because who films their own TV show? Except every other show but Power Rangers. But yeah, so there was a lot of people really against them using this in the show. Given that, like, the Nexus Star or whatever kind of just seems to customize things around them, I wouldn't have been mad at them using it. But ideally, with what they did, I think they should have just kept the swords as the Morpher and then given Gold a cool sword, gun, guitar Morpher. And they still could have made this to buy and had it in the show for a few scenes as a remolded sidearm. But anyway, I don't mind the idea of it, like I said. I think it was kind of a cool idea, but it doesn't look terrible, like, at its core design, like in the show, but the toy kind of looks cheap. Like, here it is next to, hold on, it's like springing out, there we go. The repaint one, and it looks like they just basically swapped the blue for gold, so it makes it look really boring, the gray around it. And the main gimmick of it is you press this button here, and it becomes, like, basically a gun. So down here you have, like, a handle, so it's more like a gun rather than the handle that's on the standard Morpher. And I want to note before I forget it, it's kind of interesting installing this thing. You don't really press it like the other one. You actually have to, like, basically unscrew this, latch this in, and then screw it back in a way. It's just kind of different. But yeah, like, I don't mind the idea of it, and I think it looks kind of neat in some ways, but as far as the toy, it does look a little bit cheap, and I just kind of wish they still could have done this and would have done it as still like his sidearm, but just given him the cool sword, gun, guitar Morpher. But yeah, that is that, and then here it is, like with the original. I think the original looks the best out of the three we have, because I think the gray plastic just makes it look really cheap, and it makes it look like they just went directly from the repaint and just like, oh, just make this gold and then add these little bits on it, and then this little thing back here. Okay, so the on-off switch is down here. Right here's try me, so it'll just make generic noises. Well, it makes generic noises anyway, more generic. But then this is on. Get your activation noises. Get some blasty sounds. Okay, you get the idea. You get the picture. Okay, so here is the star. Pretty par for the course stuff. You still have that basic star, like, design where it doesn't have any little designs in it, which is funny because they said that was an initial mistake, but you still have it, and it looks really poopy, literally. Okay, but so let's go ahead and put it in. Nope. So now, whoops, I made a mistake. I must have put it in wrong. It only says activate. No, that's all it says. And then you get those noises. So unless mine is glitching out, it does not say the individual name. It just simply says activate. And it's still a pain to get out. Alright, and then you get the attack star here, one of his attack stars. And this will just say engage. Whoops, that one didn't even go in. There we go. Oh. This doesn't have much to do with the quality of the toy, but I don't know if I ever pointed out in any of the 3 reviews before, but when he says engage, it really sounds like the evil voice for the Drago Ranger and Dino Thunder. So, just to show you, here's just the red power star from the standard Morpher, and let's go ahead and spin that wheel. So yeah, it just says that. I do want to point out that this one spins a lot easier in there than any of the other ones. So yeah, unless I feel like or felt like when I opened it, mine was glitching and like couldn't escape out of try me mode. But when you're in try me mode, it'll just do it that right away without me even pressing it. So if mine is in a glitch mode and you have one where it actually reads individual ones, let me know, but mine does not read individual ones. Fortunately, the original recipe Morpher does read them, so...
Ninja Power Star, activate!
So you got that. Oh, there we go.
Storm Star Hurricane mode.
There we go.
Engage.
So yeah, that's pretty much about the it, unless I'm forgetting something or don't know about something, but that is pretty much it, and it's really disappointing. I mean, I already felt, while I didn't hate it as much as a lot of people, I already felt that the Battle Morpher was a step down from the last few years of Morphers, but this like made it even further in terms of looking cheap, even though I think there's some cool elements to the design, and then the fact that it only has the most basic sounds and doesn't read anything. I was at least hoping for a slightly different voice to make it worth your while even more, especially if you already picked up both Morphers. But anyway, I really can't recommend this thing, unless you're a huge completionist and you want you know, every Morpher from the show. Like, that's kind of my thing, is I wanted this Morpher from the show since it's unique to the show. But other than that, I really can't recommend it. I think it's definitely the weakest of the three Morphers, which is saying something because this is just a repaint. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Dawson Ryder, signing out.